Good afternoon. Once again, we're at the couch, and today we are privileged to have Andrew Rock and Eli Murphy-Trotzky, two students at Carnegie Mellon University who are here on an exchange program, having elected to spend the fall 2014 semester away from Pittsburgh campus to take courses while based here at the Kigali campus. They've come a long way, as you can see, and I wanted to find out from them, from Andrew and Eli, why they undertook this decision to have this experience in Africa and how that fits into their career plans. My name is Kizito, and I'll be your host today. So let's get started. Welcome, Andrew and Eli, to the couch. Andrew and Eli, what are your nationalities? And tell us a bit about where you came from and what has motivated you to come to Kigali.
So I'll start. I'm a Russian American, so family's from Russia, but I lived in the United States most of my life, specifically in Philadelphia area, which is about a 5-hour drive from the Pittsburgh campus. I've always been into sort of engineering, physics sort of area, building things. I enjoy that sort of building a product, things that work, things can make really cool things. Yeah.
I was born in the U.S. and I grew up in Atlanta, which is about 1,500 kilometers south of Pittsburgh. And I came here because I came to CMU for the same reason, because I like building things, I like doing things. I don't want to just learn abstractly, and so that's part of why I'm here, is so that I can not learn about other places abstractly, but learn about places by living there.
Very good. So when did you arrive in Kigali? How has the stay been?
I've been here about 3 months. 3 months?
Yeah, so since the end of August.
And
Initially, at least for me, I suck at dealing with long flights, so I was like tired, really tired right when I got here. But after that, the stay's been wonderful. We live in a house near the U.S. Embassy. Really nice neighborhood, really good views everywhere. It's a great place to be.
it took some time to get settled in, because it's obviously different from the U.S., but once we got settled in, it's a really nice place and nice people, and so yeah, it's a great place to be. I'm glad I'm here.
We're glad you're enjoying your stay. Let's take you back to CMU Pittsburgh. You just want to have a feel of what is the kind of education at CMU when you compare to the education, or what's going on over here, and what the educational philosophy of CMU is. In your opinion, how would you characterize the academic pressure and the workload? Is there a good balance of academic, social life, extracurricular activities?
CMU is very project focused, and so
it's focused on actually building things and actually giving deliverables. So there's projects, there's papers, academic papers, there's capstone projects where you build things the entire semester.
So the workload looks higher than if you're just learning in a classroom and taking exams occasionally, but it produces people who are much better at actually doing things. Because once you graduate, everyone is doing things, and we're prepared for it.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say it's easy. If it was easy, I would have gone to a different university. It's very difficult. If I wanted to be easy, I also would have gone to a different university.
And this spills over into our extracurriculars too, because our extracurriculars are also about building things or doing things, and so we do some amazing things. Like we build these things called buggies, which she can tell you all about, that are marvels of mechanical engineering, and no other university does that at the undergraduate level, certainly not at the scale CMU does.
Yeah, so you don't know about buggy before. It's like a small little carbon fiber tube that you build and race them in the spring. It's a huge event in Spring Carnival. A lot of people in the university go and watch it, and it's absolutely takes up a ton of my time when I did it. But it's the sort of people that do it, which are the sort of people at CMU, are people that just put their all into everything that they want to do.
And then Carnival, like the event as a whole, is entirely student-run to the extent that CMU's lawyers will let us get away with it being entirely student-run. It is entirely student-run, and so I know the people who are on the committee for that organize that, and they put a lot of time into it, and they're managing people at a professional level while they're still doing undergraduate, and they're doing a wonderful job because they put on this event at the end of the year that attracts tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, and then also the part about like the balance between social life, student activities, and university. It's hard, obviously. It's hard for everyone, and it's one of the things that you learn to do it because you have to learn how to do it. And I mean, I'd be lying if I said I think I did it perfectly, but I think I did a pretty good job of it in the end. I was satisfied with my social life there. I was satisfied with my extracurricular, definitely, and I'm satisfied with how I'm doing at CMU. So yes, I might have lost sleep a few nights. That happens, but I'm very happy with how everything turned out.
Very good. I actually been to one of those carnivals, and I found them amazing and awesome. How long does it take to set up? You know, the people come with projects. The projects. Do they have? When did they start? You know,
that's a complicated question.
Buggy starts designing all year long.
They don't stop.
There's summer we don't really.
The booth organizations are building what essentially amounts to a small house, and they've been planning. Carnival usually happens sometime in April, and they've been planning since the end of September. Or in some cases, in some ways, even earlier than that. But then we only really start doing tangible things towards building booths in the week leading up to Carnival. And so that is the crunch time for everybody, and no one on the campus sleeps that week. No one.
Awesome. So let's wrap up this short interview by giving you this opportunity to talk about your career plans, what you tend to do after graduation. I suppose some of you have already worked already. I mean, have had the opportunity to intern at different major companies in America. You may want to talk about that. You may want to talk about who inspires you, and then I guess you talked about a couple of other projects that you might be.
Yeah. So, do you want to start?
Okay. I guess the major influence on my career and the projects I did at CMU was probably Professor Don Thomas, because he showed me how to break things so that we can rebuild them better as part of a digital design class. And so I'm going to work for Oracle doing microprocessor evaluation and verification. And that's directly application of the things I learned taking his class and TAing for him for nearly 2 years. That's what most of my projects were in school, were building things for TAing that help give students faster feedback on what they're doing and whether it's right, and how they can improve what they're doing.
Yeah. So I worked at a few startups the past few summers until last summer where I worked at Apple, and I'm returning to work at Apple in February. So I'm working there full time. As far as my inspirations go, I'm working on hardware systems integration. So actually the final owner of the system of the computer. So the final everything together is done by the team I'm working on. As far as inspirations go, I don't really have but one guy that was definitely it, but it would probably be a mix of Bruno Sinopoli and Tom Sullivan, who are two other professors at CMU. Bruno Sinopoli I've had for a few classes. He's also my faculty mentor. Pretty much the big thing I learned from him is that don't just think of it in sort of like a textbook thing. Think of how to actually do things useful. He has his own software called Do, which is amazing, and his research is pretty much challenging the sort of theoretical academia of, this sort of thing happens. It's like, all right, well, in the real world it doesn't. How do we make it better? And that sort of thought process. Also, Tom Sullivan is a teacher I TA for and teaches the intro class. So his philosophy on learning and how to get better is something that really helped me through.
you heard from Andrew and Eli what inspires them, and I hope you're also inspired by their great efforts and what they're really, the kind of things they're doing, making a difference. Thank you very much. Join us again on the couch for some more interesting guests.
Thank you.
Thank you.